Welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel, everyone. This is Rich making another video on XRP today, as usual. We're going to talk about XRP today, so I hope everyone is having a fantastic day wherever they are in the world. And I must begin with Alex Cobb's statement, "No XRP, dude." And pay attention to what your guru says about President Trump's real social media files for Ethereum, ETF, and Bitcoin. I see a lot of people claiming that President Trump is the president of Bitcoin. I must remind you, however, that the president met with Ripple in 2018, 19, and 2024 as well as earlier this year. He is fully aware of what XRP is. He is also familiar with RLUSD. The president will not disclose his intentions to the rest of the world if he intends to use XRP to boost the value of the US dollar. If he believes that XRP is a secret weapon, we will all learn about it after the price of XRP has already risen. However, he is undoubtedly aware of XRP's potential. More funding is sought by a CFTC nominee for crypto supervision. President Donald Trump's choice to lead the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, Brian Quintes, stated last Tuesday that the organization would need more money if it were given more responsibility for monitoring the cryptocurrency market. He emphasized that additional jurisdiction entails new resources, implying that any increased control over digital assets would require the CFTC to have more employees and a more robust infrastructure. In the realm of cryptocurrency, I have observed a transfer in power from the SEC to the CFTC. Since new regulations pertaining to cryptocurrency are soon to be implemented, I would like to know what the CFTC has to say about retail investors. I want to ensure that these new regulations safeguard them. That is to say, since it has been discussed numerous times, we do not need to employ an accredited investor in order to participate in cryptocurrency. An offline e-cash option is required in order to rethink Sweden's cashless society. Therefore, since Russia invaded Ukraine, there has been an increase in demand for an offline digital cash option. What part does blockchain play? To put it simply, XRP functions offline. XRP is used in offline mode for retail CBDC transactions. Additionally, this has been ongoing for some time. I believe that was one of the reasons why they needed to have a central bank digital currency offline alternative. However, it will also be related to stable coins. They want to ensure that there is an offline option in case of an emergency. If the US creates a digital dollar stable coin, which is the course we are currently on, transactions will therefore continue to proceed. Additionally, this option has been present in the XRP ledger for a very long time, but no one likes to discuss it. It doesn't require the internet, but it does require power. Interledger protocol comes next. With only a smartphone and a data connection, financial toll access shouldn't be dependent on a bank office. Anyone may safely transfer, receive, and store value via Interledger. Building digital infrastructure that supports low-cost, real-time microtransactions across systems is more important than simply creating digital tools. We've heard both David Schwartz and Brad Garlinghouse discuss micropayments on numerous occasions, and Interledger protocol will be used to enable them since it can manage the numerous micropayments that will occur every day, receiving payment immediately as opposed to weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly otherwise. Regarding payments, everything will be instantaneous and interledger protocol will be used to facilitate this. They scale XRP in this way so that it can process 1 trillion transactions every second. Breaking news: June 2025, government officials identified Tether's USDT as the favored stablecoin for ransomware, cyber fraud, money laundering, and terrorist financing, according to a JP Morgan investigation. The Genius Act is about to be passed, and this is happening at the same moment. Additionally, the Genius Act is being hailed as something that will help Tether and USDT. It will regulate Tether directly outside of the US. And it's clear that the time bomb is going off since this is happening in June 2025, the same month that the Genius Act is being passed. Bitcoin will be taken with Tether when it fails. People simply don't anticipate it. However, transparency is at the heart of what they're doing now, and in the future, there won't be any illegal activities occurring. The deception that is occurring now will not continue in the future. Things are going to change quickly. Crypto is tax-free in Thailand through 2029. Thailand recently extended its exemption from capital gains tax on cryptocurrency. Profits are exempt for another 4 years. Thailand is giving crypto degens a warm welcome. I would really want to see the United States follow suit. People are now saying things like, "I'm moving to Thailand before cryptocurrency takes off." Why only till 2029, though? Why not simply eliminate it completely? Although I don't understand Thailand's current actions, I admire the concept, because I hope that other nations will soon follow suit. According to a cryptocurrency pioneer, XRP may hit $10,000 by 2027. As I mentioned earlier, I believe the timing is shifting. 2030, in my opinion, is no longer the time scale. Everything will take place in the upcoming years. Jake Claver, Managing Director of Digital Ascension Group, is the source of this information. He rekindled the conversation on XRP hitting $10,000 and included an ambitious time frame this time. According to him, $10,000 per XRP is pre-programmed. To put it another way, it will simply occur without warning. Perhaps it occurs after the banks exit the testing stage. I see a lot of other individuals say that, and they immediately bring up market capitalization. Whenever someone mentioned 10,000 XRP, they would immediately ask, "Do you know what the market cap has to be?" We are not stock investors, it seems. Are investors in cryptocurrency. Market capitalization is irrelevant. Utility is important. However, he is stating that it might occur by 2027, which is what I have been warning you all along.